In every society, there are foolish people and there are wise people, and we need both foolish people and wise people to exist for the world to make sense. How? Without foolish people, wisdom will not have value. And without wisdom, foolish people cannot express themselves well. So we need both of them to survive. And this afternoon, I want us to be among the wise people in the society. I want us to be among people that make things happen. I want us to be among people who makes difference in the society, starting from our families, right? So I'm going to be sharing my presentation screen and start up immediately. Please, can somebody confirm that they can see my screen?
Yes, we can see. Yes, we can.
You can see the presentation.
Yes, we can. Can see your screen and presentation.
All right. Thank you very much. Hope I'm loud and clear as well.
Very loud and very clear.
All right. Thank you very much. So I have 45 minutes for the presentation, and we have 15 minutes for question and answer. If you are joining through the link, I want to beg you to mute your microphone so that one link will be on, and so that one audio will be open for people to hear. Or you mute the microphone from that side because it's echoing. I don't know if the microphone from that side has been muted. All right, so yes, I'll be starting up immediately. All right. So today we are going to be talking about youth and wealth, building financial security through multiple streams. And I'm going to be using myself as an example in this class so that we will learn one or two. Right? My name remains Mr. Chinonso Chime. So we're going to be reading a passage of the Bible, Genesis chapter 2, verses 10 to 15. That will help us to go better into our topic of discussion today. So Genesis chapter 2 from verse 10 to 15 says, a river flowed out of Eden to water the garden, and there it divided and became 4 rivers. The name of the first river is Pishon. It is the one that flowed around the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. And the gold of that land is good. Bdellium and onyx stones are there. The name of the second river is the Gihon. The name of the second river is the Gihon. It is the one that flowed around the whole land of Cush. And the name of the third river is the Tigris, which flows east of Assyria. And the fourth river is the Euphrates. The Lord took the man and put him in the garden of Eden to work it and keep it. Now, you might ask me now, what thing concern the rivers that flows in the Garden of Eden with wealth? But what I want to show you with this passage is that if 4 rivers watered the Garden of Eden, we need like minimum of 4 sources of income. Because here the last phrase here says, the Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to walk it and keep it. That means we are to walk in such a way to have at least 4 minimum sources of income to water our lives, for the river to flow into our lives to make money. And the truth of the matter is that no matter how we speak in tongues, no matter how we pray, no matter how we belong to every activities in the church, we all need money to survive. We all need money to survive. Money is the basic need of the common man. Money is the basic need of the richest man who retired recently. He made a quote. He said, his name is Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is one of the biggest rich man. Yeah, he maintained the richest man in the world for a very long time. And at some point, he was exchanging it with Bill Gates. Bill Gates will be this year the richest man in the world. The next year, it will be Warren Buffett. Sometimes at the half of the year, Bill Gates will be. The other half of the year, Warren Buffett will be. So he said something. Don't rely on a single income. Make investment to create a second source. The truth of the matter is that it is an error to have one sources of income. And let it not be as if I'm telling you what I don't preach. I work for somebody. I earn salary. Like I work for an organization. They pay me salary at the end of the month. But that is not my only source of income. Like I said, I'm going to be using myself as an example. And this thing not just starts now, no. It started as far back as 2010. So I've done business for 15 years. I started business as a student in the university. I schooled in UNN. So as a student, I was teaching tutorials, making money, supporting myself in school. I used business to train 3 of my siblings in the university. Now, all of them are graduates, and I'm still training 2 additional people on scholarship in the university with the aim that every 4 years for the next 20 years, I should be able to produce at least 5 graduates that does not relate to me in any way, right? So, because I know what it means to actually, I know what it means to actually go to school. It's not easy. So that's why when someone is training you in school, be thanking that person every week, not even every month, every week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's not easy, right? So I have 3 objectives today. Number 1 is for us to understand wealth building basics. And secondly, is to explore practical income stream options. And then for us to learn money management principles. If I ask now, how many of us know how much we've spent this week that just passed? How many people can say how much they spent? Like, you know how much you spent in this past week. A lot of people don't know because they don't even keep record of their income or their expenditure. They don't keep record of it, so they don't even know. So these are all the things we are going to be talking about today. So number 1, why is financial security crucial? Why is financial security crucial? Let me tell you a gospel truth. When you are walking on the street, I've stayed with money and I've stayed without money. So I'm telling you what I know. When you are walking on the streets and you are not with any money in your pocket, you don't walk anyhow. You walk carefully. Because if you push somebody's granite down, you don't have money to pay back. If somebody is selling pure water and the person, you mistakenly pour the water away, you cannot pay back. And that is one thing financial security does to anyone. When you don't have money, you walk with fear. When you walk on the road, you walk with fear. In fact, it can embarrass you that during offering, you cannot give offering. Everybody will go and be doing offering. Some of us, I'll be very practical. We are young people. Some of us will come. When they say offering time, that is when we know that we need to pee and move out of the church. So that by the time you come back, they have finished offering. And by that time, you have missed the offering. Not that you intend to miss the offering, but because you actually don't have money. And that is the only way you can dodge it. And that is the practical truth. So by the time you're financially secured, you move with confidence. You move with confidence with the fact that if you misplace somebody's thing or pull a granite seller down or mistakenly hit anyone, you have money that can pay. In fact, the fact that you have money that will transport you to and fro wherever you are going is enough confidence. And why is financial security very important? According to Nigerian Bureau of Statistics in 2024, the 40% of the youths of Nigeria are unemployed. So what it means is that if we have 100 youths in Nigeria, only 60 are employed, 40 are unemployed. Then by the time you begin to analyze that 60 that is employed, you see that some of them are paid below the minimum wage. Some people are being paid as low as 12,000 naira every month now as salary. Even some schools, they pay their teachers 15,000 a month, some 20,000, which is very, very low. Like when I mean low, is very, very, very low. Is very, very low. And that is why you need to be financially secure. And you know the good thing, you are still young. So when you understand this thing on time, you are going to, like, if you're less than 18 years and you are listening to me, you are the luckiest person. Because some of these people that I see that are between 18 years and 30 years, they've made a lot of mistakes in their life that cannot be recovered again. They've made so many mistakes, including me talking to you. I can't even hide my age. I'm 33. I'll be honest with you. So I've also made a lot of mistakes. And the youth age is between 16 and 35 years. So I've not left the youth age. Before you say I'm married, I'm no longer a youth. I'm still a youth. Right? So if you're younger than 18, you've made you have every opportunity to learn from the mistakes we've made. You have every opportunity to decide today that your life will be different, that you're going to be wealthy in Christ. Right? Now, why is financial security crucial again? It is because we have high inflation and low job security. The truth of the matter is that the cost of things are going high every day. That's why I tell people that if you just keep money in the bank, your money is depreciating every day. Your money is not adding any value in the bank. I'll tell you some shocking truths about the banks today that you don't know. And there is low job security. There's no job. The job that pays well are very few. I don't know if you heard, in January, the president of USA called Donald Trump stopped funding of NGOs through USAID and they fund plenty of organizations. Do you know that up to 40,000 people in the world lost their job just by that decision? About 40,000 people in the world lost their job just by that decision. So there's no job. And that's why you should not have one source of income, because when it is multiple, if this one close, another one will open. And the next one is because financial independence is essential. I want to tell you that if you have money, if you have money, you will be a key decision maker in your family. There's a joke that said you better have money. If you don't have money, you'll be using your teeth to be opening drinks in the family meeting, whether you are firstborn or lastborn. Because the one that has money cannot be using his teeth to be opening drinks in the family meeting. I don't know if you are with me. So by the time you have money, you become a key decision maker in your family and you become independent. What I mean independent, not independent to do whatever you want to do. You become independent at least to afford the basic necessities of life. The basic necessities of life is not who has car, it's not who has land, it's not who has building. The basic necessity of life is food, clothing, and shelter. When we were small and our parents annoy us, the first thing that used to come to our mind is, I'll just run away from this. I'll run to where? When I remember some of those thoughts now, I'll be laughing because that was complete foolishness. Run to where? Where will you get food to eat? How will you? Who will accommodate you in their house? You want to run away because your father vexed you or your mother vexed you. You just plan it in your head. I'll just run away from this house. I know a lot of people have had all those thoughts and all that. By the time you run away and pay house rent and look for how to eat, you understand that life is very difficult. And because we need that financial independence, that's why financial security is very, very crucial. That's why you should not think like a normal human being. You should be thinking in 4 directions. So my aim is that by the end of this presentation, we are going to do a practical class where you will identify a new skill that will start making you money by the end of this class. That's one of my aim, right? So secondly, we want to look at the key money definitions. Some of us don't know some key money definitions. Some people know but don't understand very well. So number 1 is assets. Anything that puts money into your pocket is an asset. Anybody that have land, that land is an asset because he can sell that land and that land can give him money. Anybody that have car can be an asset and a liability at the same time. Liability because you are buying fuel, maintaining the car, then asset because you can sell it and get money, and asset, you can use it to make money. I am among those that use my own car to make money. If I'm going from Abuja to Enugu, for instance, I don't go empty. If I buy fuel of 50,000 naira or 55,000 naira on the road, I can carry 2 persons for 15,000 or 20,000, but at least 15,000, that's 30,000 naira, and it will save me part of the money that I used to buy fuel. So that way, I went to Enugu with only 20,000 naira after buying fuel of 50,000 naira. You get? So at that point, my car is an asset to me. Then we have liability. Liability is something that takes money from your pocket continuously. Some human beings are liability to another human being. Some of you have friends, they don't add anything to your life. The only thing they come for you is find me 2,000. I beg, find me 500. I beg, find me 1,500. You know, there's a difference between borrow me money, lend me money, and find me. Most often, that find me, you're not getting it back. Oh. So when someone says find me money, try to define it for him. Now that you are getting more wise and all that. Wait, find me. Are you paying me back? And most often I tell people, don't borrow money that you cannot afford to lose. Right now, I don't even have up to 100,000 in my account to even borrow any money because every money is invested. So if you come to me, Chimes, give me money now. If it's not below the treasure I can give to you, I'll tell you, I don't have that money. Like now, I cannot give anybody 1 million. I cannot give anybody 500,000. I cannot even give anybody 150,000 right now. Because sincerely, even heaven knows I don't have that money in my bank account. Because why? It is invested. The money is spread to go and work and bring in more money at the end of the month. So if you have money, your money is meant to go to work and bring in more money. Your money is not meant to just sleep in your account like that. No. Then we have what we call part of that liability is loan debt. If you are owing people, is liability. And I also explained to you that some human beings are liability to another human being. Some people, what they call boyfriend and girlfriend is actually a liability. Some of the ladies are liability to the men, and some of the men are liabilities to the lady. So as I'm speaking to you now, it's just for you to just be analyzing your life. These people you call your friend, this person you even call your babe or what, Is this person an asset or a liability? Because in as much as we have asset and liability in terms of money, we also have it in human beings. Some human beings are assets and some people are liability. And that is why somebody, you will call somebody, you will not pick your call, and you will think the person doesn't want to pick your call. It's because sometimes you are a liability. So calls of liabilities are not even picked by wealthy men. But if that call is something that will add to their life, they will pick that call. I'm telling you. So let me tell you why some people you call mentor or senior friends are not picking your call. Every time you are collecting, every time you are collecting, every time you are collecting, you've never added anything to them. You are always broke. You are always broke, nothing. But the funny thing is that it's not only money that you can give to people. That's what people don't know. You can give people time. You can give people gifts. You can give people money too. Even that your mentor. Let me tell you, there's nobody in this life that does not like gift or does not desire gifts. But some of these worldly people will stay and assume, they have everything that they need now. Later, go buy for this man now, he never gets, or you know, if you afford. Is a lie. And by the time you give this your mentor's gift, you are depositing in their emotional bank account. And let me tell you something, you cannot withdraw where you have not deposited. Excuse me, my phone is low. Hold on. Oh. So I'm coming, please. So the truth is that you cannot deposit. Sorry, something is obstructing me. All right. And the truth is that you cannot withdraw where you have not deposited. So by the time you give something that is valuable to these big men, wealthy men, anytime you now ask them for help, you are not a liability. You are an asset because you've given to them before, so you can now withdraw from that emotional bank account. You cannot just go to the bank and tell them I need 1 million. No. Now money where you keep for bank, now you go fit withdraw. And that is how human beings are. And that's why it will look like you beg somebody for money he cannot give you, and that another person will beg that same person money and give that person the same money. Because some analysis has been done, and this analysis happens in seconds. It happens in, they take time. You go just analyze for your head. It's just like somebody that I know that lost his job 3 months ago, coming to me to borrow 150,000. I know he does not have a job. The best thing I can do for that person is I'll give the person 10,000. This is all I have. Don't pay me back. Or I'll say, hold this one first. Then I'll use it as trap. If the person don't pay me back, I will know that at least I've settled that person. The person cannot come back again. Do you understand? So, because I've seen that person doesn't have job, he has not gotten anything, and there's nothing I can do to push that person to give me that money. Even if he's telling me he will pay me next week, what is he doing to pay the money next week? And he doesn't have another source of income. And that's why you should have plenty sources of income. Very, very important. So in that case, I'll just dash that person the money. I've talked about asset liability. The next one is income. Income is money that is coming into your life. Your salary, your business, your savings, your investments. A lot of people don't know that there is money in savings. You can make money from saving money. A lot of people don't know. The only problem is, where are you saving? Some people are just saving in the Nigerian bank, and you think Nigerian bank will be giving you interest. The interest they will give you will be very, very small. Some people don't know there's what to call high interest savings account, targeted to give you high interest. But if you don't save money, you cannot even get that kind of interest. Do you understand? So another one is expenditure. Expenditure is money spent. The money you spend on rent, the money you spend on airtime. Airtime and data is now very, very expensive. Data is very, very expensive now. So the money you spend on rent, airtime, data, the money you use to give people. Some of you want to be good persons. Hey, we need this, you give. We need this, you give. At the end, you will become broke, and say, and you just, one of the way for us to console ourselves is, it is the will of the Lord. It is the easiest way for us to console ourselves. It is the will of God. But the truth of the matter is that you cannot help everybody. If you try to help everybody, then you are trying to become God. And you are not God. It's only God that can help everybody. And that's why you just have to do what you can do and leave the rest for God and for others. You cannot do everything. You are not Jesus Christ. If not, you are not El Shaddai. If not, you will die. It's only the El Shaddai that can help everybody. But you are not El Shaddai. If not, you shall die. It's one thing I learned from one of my mentors, Pastor Sam Adeyemi. He said we are not El Shaddai. That means we cannot help everybody. It's only the El Shaddai, the Almighty God, that can help everybody. If not, if you do it as human, you shall die. You will just die. Because problem no they finish. Wahala no they finish. There is trouble it doesn't finish. You can only solve the one you can solve. So income minus expenditure, whatever is remaining is your money. By the time you get income, for instance, a lot of people say, I earn 150,000, I earn 200,000. Is a lie, you? That's not what they earn. No. If you earn 200,000 and at the end of the month you spent 150,000, my dear brother, my dear sister, what you have earned is 50,000. That one is that you don't even pay title. Because paying tithe is the kingdom principle for wealth, right? So you see that whatever is remaining is actually your real income. Your real income. So let's continue. For you to be wealthy, assets minus liabilities is equal to wealth. It's just a simple math. From our previous presentation, income minus expenditure is equals to wealth. Asset minus liability is equals to wealth. So by the time you understand this basic, you begin to ask yourself, what I am doing, is it building assets or liabilities? And by the time you do this and also record your income and expenses every day, some people say it's not possible, but I've seen myself do this for the past 9 years. Since 2016, anything I spend money on, I record it. Pure water, I'll record it. Food, I'll record it. Offering, I'll record it. Babbing of hell, I'll record it. I give somebody money, even if he's a beggar, I will record it. I call that section of my life charity. So as I began to grow, I discovered that at some point I spent more than my budget. And that was when I started giving everything its budget. There's a budget for charity. So when I exceed my budget for charity in the month, if you are talking, you have to wait till next month. Unless it's something that involves the internal family. Right? Now, there's what we call 50-30-20 budgeting rule. What it means is that if you get your salary or your business income 100%, I'll talk about business first. Let me talk about salary earners. So if you get salary, this is the best way to spend your salary. The 50% of your salary, it goes to your need. Your need are the most important aspect of your life that you cannot do without. Your needs are your house rent, the food you eat, your health. If I have time, I'll talk about health insurance, but a lot of Nigerians don't take health insurance serious. If you tell them, go and do your health insurance, they tell you they're covered with the blood of Jesus. But health insurance is part of the 50%. Health insurance is, let me even talk briefly on health insurance. Health insurance is money you pay to an HMO, we call them health maintenance organization, either yearly or monthly, so that if you fall sick, you can visit the hospital and not pay any bill. So what it means for health insurance is that you pay less. Please, somebody's mic is on. Can you mute it? Baby girl, please. All right, thank you very much. So, health insurance means that you spend small and you benefit big from health. Let me give you an example. And some jobs also come with health insurance, some don't. Let me give you an example. Because I had health insurance when my wife gave birth last year, we didn't pay any dime in the hospital. And when I asked for our hospital bill was around 350,000 naira. But we didn't pay a dime. Why? Because we've already paid for health insurance. So what does it mean? If you have health insurance and inside 50% of your salary, you remove a particular amount for savings of health insurance. Let me assume you are doing a health insurance of 120,000 a year, and 50% of your salary is 50,000, right? You remove 10,000 every month and you are saving it. And that saving it, you're saving it for health insurance. But if you are saving it well, that 10,000 naira can even multiply more before the end of the year. That means if you're saving 10,000 naira for your health insurance every month, by 12 months, you must have saved 120,000. And you just pay for your health insurance once for the year before you now start saving for the next year. That's from 50% of your salary. That way, like the kind of health insurance I currently use, I can be flown out of the country if I have any health challenge, right? So there are health insurances like that. And health is wealth. Is somebody that is healthy that can experience wealth. That's why you need to take some of these health insurances serious. When they tell you to go and pay for health insurance, even business people don't know that health insurances is serious. Even to insure their goods, they don't know it's serious. The easiest thing they'll tell you is that they are covered with the blood of Jesus. And it doesn't make sense. So those basic things are what 50% should cover. The rent, your rent is the most primary thing. That's why I said food, clothing, and shelter. Clothing is even secondary. Food and shelter is the most important thing that 50% of your salary should be able to solve. And if you do this, I can tell you, you can never be broke. You can never be broke. I'm telling you, if you apply this 50, 30, 20 principle, I'm telling you, there is no way you can be broke. I've tested it, I've tried it, and it's working. Now, I've done with the 50%. Even school fees falls under 50% because the school fees of your children, your own school fees, if you are the type that take education serious, is also a need. The school fees of your wife is also a need. Are we learning? Can somebody unmute and tell me to confirm that we are learning? Are we learning? Are we learning? I'd love to get a feedback.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback, right? So let's go to the 30%. How do you handle that 30%? If you are like me, I cannot spend 30% on fashion and entertainment. Me, I cannot. I'd rather divide that 30%, put some into some charity, and put 50. I can this 30%, I'd rather use 5% of it to do fashion or entertainment. But you see your data, all those your data, buying airtime, your data, they are not need, in as much as they can be need, but they fall under want because you can actually do without them if you don't have the money. Right? So 30% of your pay goes into want. It goes into your data. And some people, your data is just to watch WhatsApp status. It doesn't even generate money for you. And that is why we are here today. Because that your data can generate money for you. That your data can generate money for you. Then we have fashion. I used to tell people that there is a place that can afford whatever you want. Now you want 5-star. There is a place for that rent you can afford. Now you want to live for place where they expensive. There is a restaurant that can give you food for the money that you can afford. Now you want chop for hotel restaurants. Life is like that. There is a school for that amount you can afford. Now you want five-star school or school where big man picking they go. So your fashion, your entertainment, all those cinema, because I like people to enjoy their life. If I want to go for holiday now, you see that the money I will save for my holiday, which is fun and entertainment, will fall under the 30%. But right now, I'm not even ready for that because of the kind of responsibilities I carry. Now, 20% of your salary must go into savings and investment if you want to be wealthy. I used to tell people that if they sack you from your job and you have not saved at least your salary that can sustain you for 6 months, you are very unserious. I'm not here to pamper anybody with words. Honestly, I'm here to provoke you, right? If they sack you from your work now and you don't have up to your salary for at least 3 to 6 months, you are very, very, I don't want to sound insultive, but let me just manage and say you are very unserious, right? Let me package my own words too. Let me say you are very unserious. So where does this 20% goes to? This 20% of your salary goes into savings, and it's not bank savings. So bank savings doesn't give you good interest. We are going to have 15 minutes for question and answer. By the time I'm done with this presentation, you can ask me any of your questions. I'm going to answer you, right? So that 20% goes into PiggyVest. You save it in places like PiggyVest, Cowrywise. I've used PiggyVest for like 6 years. And but when I started using PiggyVest, I want to give you an example of this PiggyVest. When I started using PiggyVest, I've not found a wife, but I've started saving for marriage. So that by the time I find a wife, if she just say, oh yeah, let's go and meet my parents, I won't find it difficult to do. So by the time I was at 2017, I was 25 years, right? At 2017, I was 25 years. I was saving 1,000 naira every day of my life. 1,000 naira every day. So between 2017 to 2018, I was able to save about 365,000. That's 365,000 plus all the interest that added on it, which should be around 380 or so thousand. Then by 2018, I did it again. I saved another 300 and something thousand plus the savings of 2017 to 2018 plus the savings of 2018 to 2019 was around 700,000. I was just saving for marriage. I never see wife. I was just 25 years. I've not even seen the woman I want to marry then. So by 2019, I saw the woman I wanted to marry, and the savings was already there. I didn't even tell her. And I got married to her in 2022. So by the time we got married, we did traditional marriage, everything that year. By the time we got married, I didn't collect 1 naira from anybody. I didn't open any committee of friends. I didn't ask anybody. I didn't open any WhatsApp group for anybody to be committee of friends. All the committee of friends I had was to help me physically in the wedding, not to give me money. And because of that rule, nobody have rights to come and add me to any committee of friends now and tell me, I gave you money in your own wedding, you must give me. Nobody can do that to me. Because as I'm speaking to you, in a month, they add me to up to 30 to 35 committee of friends. And I don't do anything there. If you are close to me and have impacted my life, I told you cannot withdraw where you have not deposited. On your own wedding, if I have money, I will send to you directly. And I don't send people money before their wedding because they might spend it. I send it to them after the wedding because that's when they need it more. I don't care about your souvenir. So by the time I did wedding, the money that people gave me as gifts in the wedding, I did not touch it till after the wedding. I did not touch it. And the money is not small money, it's in 7 figures as of 2022. I did not touch it till after the wedding. And me and my wife used that money to get an asset, not a liability. We used it to get an asset with both of our names in it. And that is why 20%. Some of you will say, I cannot marry, I cannot marry. It is not one when you find a wife that you begin to save money to marry. No, it is before you find the wife that you begin to save. Right? And even after you found the wife, because you have maintained a saving culture, you continue to save. So as I'm talking to you, I am still saving. If they sack me where I'm working now, I have enough savings that can take me for 6 months, not be mouth. Because even the work I do is work that they can sack you anytime and any day. Are we together? So, and this is happening because there is 20% savings from that income every month. Every month. So, and you mustn't earn. Some people will be like, this my salary is small. This money I'm getting is small. There's no how I can save. How much remain you can? Even if you are paid 10,000 naira, save 2,000. That's what I mean by the last point here. Save at least 2,000 naira from every 10,000 naira monthly income. So if you are paid 100,000 naira, you are supposed to save 20% every month. If you are paid 100,000 naira, 20% goes into your savings, 50% goes into your rent money or savings for your rent for the next year. And if you're still living with your parents, you're lucky. No be to live, go get your own house with the problem. Or can you pay the rent? When I started making money, I was not in a hurry to leave my parents' house. Anyway, I was even paying the rent there. So getting another one was like paying 2 rents. Do you get? So, and that's why that 20% is very, very important. We'll call it the 50-30-20 budgeting rule. Apply this rule in your income next month and see wonders. Budgeting is very important. 50-30-20 rule. Apply it into 20% must go into savings. Some people will be like, the money where would they save? Cannot even save us. When we are like that, there is every rhymes for every rubbish thing that trends. There's even a Bible passage that can back up your foolishness in anything you do. I'm telling you, there's a Bible passage that will encourage you. There's always a Bible passage to encourage whatever you do that is good or bad. So whatever you decide, you are right. But save at least 20% from every 10,000. Somebody will be like, okay, what of my tithe? Where will it now fall to? Your tithe can fall into your 30% want or your 50% need. It can fall into any of them, right? But you see the 20%, it is for your saving. You can invest in PiggyVest. There are different types of investment platforms, but we don't even have that time to talk about it today. We have PiggyVest for high interest savings. We have mutual funds for saving. It is low risk. We have stocks, buying stocks. We have federal government bond. We have federal government savings bond. There are lots of it. There are different types of investment. That's a topic for not that we can't even exhaust that one today. You even make money from pension. The pension, if your organization pay pension, that your pension generates money. And you can have shares. It's also part of investment, right? So let's continue. There are about 5 types of income streams. And I'm going to explain them to you. There are about 5 types of income streams. I'm going to explain them to you. One of them is active income. The second one is passive income. The third one is business sales. The fourth one is portfolio. And the fifth one is digital. Please, can you just give me 1 minute? Let me drink water. A minute, please.
Sure, sir.
All right, I'm back. So my time remain about 15 minutes to go so that we can ask questions. I know I started around 124. So there are about 5 types of income streams. And I'm going to use myself as an example in all of this, right? Number one is active income. That is the salary you're being paid. So nobody is above being paid salary, right? Whether you own a business, your business might not be giving you much income. The only thing you can start doing is to find a job that will pay you income that is higher than your business. And that is what I did. I was doing business and I discovered that my business was not giving me the kind of money that I needed. And what, Ugochi, you want to say something? I see your hand is raised.
Your screen hasn't moved yet.
But are you seeing where I am? My screen is showing active, passive. Is that where you are?
No, it's not.
Hello?
The screen is showing the 15 and the 50, 30, 20 budgeting.
The screen is showing understanding income streams, right?
No, what we are seeing here is budgeting rules. Okay, now we are seeing understanding income streams.
All right, I'm very sorry. It might be your internet. I'm very sorry about that, please. I'm very sorry because I'm using 2 devices to gauge what I'm actually sharing. No problem. All right, let's continue. So, understanding income streams. There are 5 different types of income streams. One of them is active income. The second one is passive income. The third one is business, where you drive sales. The fourth one is portfolio. And the fifth one is digital income. So I'm going to tell you how all those gives you money, right? Number one is active income. And active income is like earning salary. For me, I earn salary, right? And like I told you that if you have a business and your business doesn't pay you so much and you see a job that pays higher than your business, my dear, you can, and you've grown that business to an extent, you can actually go and get a job. And that's what I did. I saw that my business, it was giving money, but I needed more money. And I had skills. I had to go look for a job. And even as I've gotten a job, I'm not satisfied. I'm looking for another job that pay higher, right? Because the higher money you get, the more problems you solve, the more billings you also get, and the more impact you can make in the kingdom of God, right? And that's why we are looking for more money because we need more money to expand God's gospel, right? So if you earn a salary and salary is the only thing that you have, just know that you have active income. Then the second one is passive income. Passive income is if you have a house and people are paying rent in that house, it is passive income. Then if you have something that people rent and they pay you money, it is passive income. Let me give you an example. I rent projectors, I rent TVs, I rent television, and people pay me. And these things are sometimes the money I make from the rent is triple, four times the price I bought the equipment. And I can even tell you for free the next renting I want to go into, I want to start renting ladders because people are looking for ladder to rent and they are not seeing ladder. So look around your environment. If there is no ladder, you can also start the ladder business renting. I'm giving you that one idea for free, right? And why do people rent ladder? People rent ladder to put nets, to put DSTV dish, to paint their houses, especially near construction sites. They rent ladder a lot. So, and to construct a ladder is around 80 to 90,000, and people pay as much as 3,000, 2,500, 4,000 to rent ladder a day. And some people can rent your ladder for a whole week. So imagine they rent your ladder for a whole week, 3,000 for 7 days. That is 21,000. And if they rent your ladder for a full month at 3,000, they have already paid you the cost you use in buying the ladder. I just give you a business idea, a business sense. You can take it, you can leave it. There are other businesses. You can even run it and it will not make any money. Shishi. So go back to God in prayer. If it's God's will for you, you do it. If it's not God's will, better leave it. Sometimes you try something, it will not work for you, and another person try it and they work for them because they carry some kind of grace. Grace mates and classmates are not the same thing. Grace is higher than classmates, right? So let's continue. The next one is digital product under passive. Digital products are products you just create on the internet, and people will be buying it consistently because it's already created as a course on the internet. Let me give you an example. I'm currently doing a class on 30 days money management where I have about 45 students. They paid me like 5,000 naira, and that's like almost 200 and something thousand on top of the personal income, right? And that is business. But let me tell you, because I'm teaching them every Saturday for 2 hours, at the end of the class, all the videos I use in teaching them, I'll convert it into a course. And when I convert it into a course, it will now become a digital product. People, after teaching in seminars like this, anybody that wants to gain more knowledge, I can direct them to that course to pay and listen to it. And that's like digital product, extra sources of income, right? Then the next one is business income. Business income means you buy a product, sell it, make profit from it, and buy more product and sell. So people who sell provision are doing business income. People who sell in the market are doing business income. But let me tell you one secret about business income. If you're doing business income, look around you. What are businesses that are associated to that business you are doing now? Move into that business. Let me give you an example. Almost every shop has POS because everybody needs money. So if you are doing business and you add POS to it, it is a good way of expanding your business, right? Then if you're selling water, why not sell the cold one? If you're selling water, why not sell drinks? If you're selling drinks, why not sell puff puff? You know, puff puff sell more than buns. So all these things are business idea. If you're making clothes, why not sell zip? If you're selling zip, why not sell cotton? Are you getting me? If you're selling book, why not move into full-time publishing? The one you don't have, let another person do it. And you don't have shop, why not be a ghost marketer? A ghost marketer is someone who goes to people's shop, find the price of something, go and look for people that will buy, add their own money, and make profit. That is business. So for those of you that are preparing your question, what are those that does not have capital? I've told you how to do it now. I've given you a shortcut for you that don't have capital. You that don't have capital, go and look for somebody that is selling something. Be a marketer. You can be an affiliate marketer to that product. You can be an associate to that product. Buy it. Find out the price. Like, let me give you an example. I don't have laptop packed anywhere. But if you come in Enugu now to supply you laptop, I will supply you laptop. Because I have contacts of people that sell laptop. I don't sell projectors, but if you want to buy projector, now in Enugu, I have contacts. I'll just make some call. Even if you don't give me, even if I don't add anything, those people will still give me my cut for bringing customer to them, right? I have a Errand Plus services where I do taxi services. I'm not in Enugu. The business is in Enugu. If you come in and that you need a taxi in Enugu, I'll give you a number to call. But I'm not there. But the business is running. So you mustn't even, you can have a product. If you have, let me give you an example. If I have a contact of people who rent projector in every state in Nigeria, I'll start advertising that I rent projector all over the country. Any state you want, I'll just call my contact there, add money, and send you. You go and get my money. Then the next 4 sources of income is portfolio. Portfolio means money you make from your stocks, buying and selling of stocks and all that. Let me give you an example. In 2021, the MTN shares that I bought in 2021, as of this 2025, the shares have doubled. So what it means is that, and last week, Oando's share moved from 47 naira to 59 naira in one day. What it means is that if people have 1 million naira in that shares, they have made 1.3 million. They have made profit of extra 200 to 300,000 naira in one day, just because the shares improved in value. Though is a high risk type of business, because in business there are different type of risk. In portfolio, there are different type of risks. Um, Please, somebody is talking. Can you mute your mic, please? Abi Christian, thank you very much. Christian Ayuba, thank you very much for leaving. All right. So if you have stocks, that's how you can also make money. Then the fifth one is digital. You see people who have YouTube channel. They are making money from it. I also have a YouTube channel. If you search my name on YouTube, you're going to watch some of my videos. I'm not making money from there yet, but I'm building it to be able to make money from it. We are recording our class now. By the time I finish this class recording, I'll add it to my YouTube channel. Somebody will listen to it. The more people view it, the more I can make money in the future. It might not come immediately, but I'm also building a wealth digitally. And the good thing about building wealth on places like YouTube and all that is that even when you die, your children can keep earning from that source of income. You are building what we call digital assets. Is somebody learning? All right, I will conclude fast so that we'll ask question. Today is Sunday and people need to go home to eat Sunday rice and Father's Day too. So let's continue. So what are the realistic income streams in Nigeria? So I want to tell you some of the realistic income streams in Nigeria that makes people lots of money. One of them is freelancing. And freelancing means you can write. Some people write for people and they are paid. We have ghostwriters and all that. Then some people are good in graphic designing, right? Is also a very good source of income. Another one is mini importation. You can buy things in China at a very low amount, increase the money, and sell it on places like Jumia or on WhatsApp, right? A lot of people do it. I know people who have been millionaires from this alone, mini importation. Then the next one is online courses. You can teach
Sorry, sir,
people.
we've lost you for about 3 minutes now.
Wow,
So please,
I
can you
didn't
just go
know.
back a bit while we use another device?
Okay,
Sorry
where
about
did
that.
you stop? Did you stop where I was talking about digital income on YouTube?
We stopped. No, we stopped at portfolio stocks and
Okay,
Oando doubling and all of that.
all right, all right. Let me continue from there. Thank you very much. So let me continue from there. So I was saying that if you have Oando stocks that last week, Oando stocks in one day, the price increased from 47 naira to 59 naira per share. That means if you have up to 1 million of Oando stocks, your Oando stocks must have gained up to 100 to 200,000 naira in a day. Please, is somebody's phone on there? It seems it's echoing. I'm hearing some echo. So one microphone need to be muted, right? All right. So the fifth income stream that I talked about is digital. So I made mention of YouTube being an example of digital income streams. So for instance, I have a YouTube channel where I put videos. It's not making money now, but I'm building it to be able to make money. I try to add videos there every week, but the aim is to build digital wealth. And the good thing about digital wealth like YouTube is that even if you die, your children can keep receiving money from this YouTube. And some people think that they must have camera and all that. You can just set up a PowerPoint presentation like this, put up your point. In fact, that's what I'm doing. I don't have any camera. Set up a PowerPoint presentation like this, talk to it, and upload your video. And you can use snipping tool. Snipping tool is a tool on your Windows you can use to create picture and also use it to record your screen with high definition videos, right? So you don't, there's nothing to complain about. If there's anything to complain about to create videos on YouTube, it should be maybe data. It should be data. So that's it for income streams. And I also want to let you know that the recording of our talk today, I will share it with you free of charge. The recording, like the recording of what we do, I will still give it out. We'll still give it out for free. So, all right. So let's talk about the realistic income streams in Nigeria. Please, if you're joining, just unmute, please. Just mute your microphone, please. I beg you in the name of God. Yeah. Thank you very much. So now we'll be talking about the realistic income streams in Nigeria, and one of them is freelancing. Freelancing means you are writing. Some people earn from ghostwriting. There are people that when they write for you, they charge you per word. They can charge you 3 naira per sentence, 1 naira per word, 2 naira per word. And by the time they finish writing for you, they'll calculate the whole word and you pay them. And there are people that make money from writing. Then another one is graphic designing. It's part of freelancing. If you know how to, like, let me give you an example. If you want to be a badass graphic designer, go and watch Koinonia. Look at what the media team of Koinonia is doing. They are one of the people that are doing so well in graphic design in the Christian community, and learn from them. So another realistic income stream is mini importation. Mini importation is where you buy things at affordable rates in China and you sell it in Nigeria here, either on Jumia or on WhatsApp, right? Some of the things you are seeing on Jumia were actually bought from China. I know people that are making millions from this mini importation, buying goods at a lower rate, but buying much in China and selling at bigger amount on Jumia, and through Facebook ad, they sell their products here in Nigeria. Then the third realistic income stream in Nigeria is online courses. Now, for those who say they don't have capital, let me teach you another capital. Whatever you know that another person doesn't know is a capital. And by the time you teach people that thing you know and charge them money for it, you're making money through online courses. And you don't necessarily need a physical class. The world has grown so big, right? You can even rent virtual spaces. For instance, I rent virtual spaces like the way we are doing now. I rent it out for people to use and they pay me, right? So you can also create online courses, teach it online, record it in such a way that after that class, you can still sell the recording of that class to people who are unable to attend that class. That's how you can make money. Then you can also make money through content creation like TikTok and YouTube. Is not easy. You might need to spend some time to reach some minimum requirement before you can actually make money with it. Then another realistic way you can make money in Nigeria is through PiggyVest. I mentioned this is the second time I'm mentioning PiggyVest. By the time you save money on PiggyVest, they are going to be giving you some profit at the end of the month. You can also use places like Bamboo, Invest Niger, Cowrywise, Afri Invest, Optimus by Afri Invest. There are lots of apps that is used now for investment. I Invest, and there are so many of them. Like I said, this class will not even give us time to exhaust it very, very well. Then we have bonds, federal government saving bonds and federal government bonds. They are also another way to make money in Nigeria. So I'm rounding up so that we can have time for our question. So this is my assignment for you today. Can somebody confirm that what they are seeing on their screen, on the screen, is personal wealth plan activity? Gochi, can you help me confirm that you can see my screen?
Yes, you can.
All right. Thank you very much for that feedback. So this is the assignment I'm giving everybody today that can help you start building wealth. And you can decide to do it. You can decide not to do it. In any of it that you decide you are right. In this generation, we don't beg people to make money. And making money only favors action takers who are ready to go to work. Like me, I don't used to advise people twice because there's a lot of things to do. I also have money to make. So I want to give you this assignment. If you're going to take this assignment very serious, I want to bet you that you're also building your way to wealth, right? The assignment is number one. You can write it now or snap it or write it in such a way that you think about it later to start it. Number one is, what is one income generating skill that you have? When we talk about, there are skills that you have, but they are not income generative skill. I don't want to go into some kind of courses. Before I'll do the one that Odumeje did last week. Odumeje said that my course is a useless course. I felt attacked last week. The course I studied in the university, he says a useless course. But I forgive him anyway. He can be right and he can be wrong before they sue me to court. But the truth is that some courses are still very, very useless. So one income generating skill you have, write it down. Then if you don't have an income generating skill, let me tell you one of the things that I do. Every three months, I try to learn a new skill that can give me money, directly or indirectly. Every three months. And I can show you evidence to this. If you go to my LinkedIn profile, you discover that every three months, I have a new certification or a new skill, either developing on the one I already have or learning a new one. And what this makes me to do is that this puts me in a situation whereby I am in the know of the trends that is happening in the job sector, in the skill sector, and it makes me to prepare myself for any emergency that may happen. So there are things that can happen to me in the next 2-3 years. I won't be surprised, right? Because that skill is now outdated. Let me give you an example. Since 2011, digital literacy is a skill that everybody has been centered upon. Digital literacy, digital literacy, digital literacy. But right now, digital literacy is now outdated. What we are talking about now is AI literacy. So what it means is that if you are not literate about AI now, you might not be able to even get a job in the next 1 or 2 years, right? And if you don't know how to use AI very well, the jobs of the future requires you to do more in less time. So you might need AI to make that work easy. So if you don't have an AI skill, it shows that you're not capable of doing that job, and someone who have AI skill will take the job. So what does this mean? AI, when I talk AI, I'm talking about artificial intelligence. I'm not talking about Abakaliki. I'm talking about artificial intelligence. So AI will not take your job, but someone who knows AI will take your job. And there are some skills that AI will replace in future. So in AI now, because I'm very vast in artificial intelligence, there's what we call AI agent. And what AI agent does is that AI agent is an agent we train to do those tasks that you do repeatedly, and AI will be able to do it. And what does it mean? If AI is able to do some of those tasks that human beings need, what will you do? You sack the human being, because AI doesn't go on paternity leave, AI doesn't go on maternity leave, AI doesn't take excuse to go and pee or poo, AI doesn't take break. Just give you the job, he gets it done. In fact, some IT companies have started downsizing people globally because AI is doing the job that those people can do. Let me give you an example. You can tell AI to go and book a flight. AI will go and search all the websites where they book flights, and you tell him the minimum amount you want to spend. AI will book that flight and send that ticket to your email. So if AI can do that, what is the aim of a travel agency? You see, you're very opportune to hear some of these things I'm telling you now, because a lot of people don't know. They are still floating. They are still floating. Let me tell you about supply chain. AI is also involved in supply chain, in the sense that AI can take record of what you have in an organization. AI can tell you products that will expire soon. While you are in your Microsoft Excel checking which product are we going to remove now, first in, first out. And before you do all those things, AI have done it for you. And you don't need to pay AI salary the way you pay human being. You don't pay AI pension. So Why am I saying this? AI is taking a lot of people's jobs. So if you're doing a job, find out how AI can help that your job faster and learn it. If not, you might see yourself losing your job. Ugochi, hello, I can hear you.
Please check the inbox, sir.
I should check what?
Check the in-call messages.
Okay, okay, I'm going to check that. I'm going to check the in-call messages, and I'm also rounding up. I'm very sorry. Wow, 0 minutes left. All right, let me just round up. So pick up these assignments: one income generating skills, one platform to explore to earn money from that skill, get a 3 month savings goal, and then what business idea can you start with less than 20K and start it, right? So these are the guiding principles for wealth. Let me just round up. Number one, start small, be consistent. Number two, live below your means. You damage your future when you live above your means. Avoid debt for once. Invest in high demand skill, and then think long term. Think long term. Don't think local. Think global. Then your youth is the best time to take financial risk and learn aggressively. Your youthful age is the best time you can take financial. I lost 5 million naira during COVID 2019, and it is one of the biggest regret I have, and one of the biggest mistake I've ever made. And I lost that money when I was single, but right now I won't make that mistake again because I've learned from that single mistake I made in 2020. So in conclusion, anytime wasted cannot be recovered. Take ownership of your finance. Stop blaming the devil. Stop blaming village people. Stop blaming your neighbors. Stop blaming your parents. And don't think you are too young to start. So start immediately. Join savings groups and find mentors. So some of the resources I recommend for you is PiggyVest for you to save your money, OPay or Fair Money for digital banking. Then spending tracker. There's an app called spending tracker. You can use it to be tracking your income and expenses. So with that being said, thank you very much for your time. I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We can see your face. Please, shall we give you a wonderful round of applause? And we need to see you smiling again. So we can see you.
You can't see my
Yes,
face.
so great. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. We are so blessed. Everybody was sitting like we were watching one of these suspense-filled movies with rapt attention to tell you that what you are sharing with us is, is too much to do. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. And
Thank you.
um, at this point, we would like to take questions. We don't have much time. Well, we don't want to go again. We were sitting. I like how I sit. I know you got to go. So can we take a question? I have one here, so I'll start with that. If you have any other question, please find me. So the question I have here refers to something we talked about. Um, how someone make money with his data? How can someone make money with his data?
You say, how can someone make money with their data?
Someone make money with his data. You mentioned that data
Yeah,
is one of wants, and you can make money
yes,
to someone is asking how to make money.
yes. Can I answer that one?
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
All right, so this is how you make money with your data. Let me give you an example, right? I have when I post something on my status on WhatsApp, about 600 people view it. 600 human beings view it every day. So what does it mean? I can make money by advertising for people on my WhatsApp status. Is how I can make money with my data. Then another way I can make money with my data is that I can use my data to learn a skill. Some of us just go to WhatsApp and just watch people's status. Some of us go to Instagram and just view comedies and laugh. Like, my parents are quite old, so what they do with their data is that they use it to watch comedy on TikTok. It helps them to calm stress and all that. So for them, that's what they use data for. But for me, I use data for research. I use data to learn a skill. I use data. If I tell you what I spend on data in a month, you will not believe it. This month alone, I've spent almost 25,000 naira on data. Do you understand? And none of them is a waste. I'm teaching a class. I'm also doing one now with internet. I have a class I teach every Saturday, and I use my data to advertise my products and services all through using social media and all that. It's using data to make money. So data is a tool for me, a very, very important tool, because I use it to learn. I use it to earn money by advertising my business, my products and services. Some of you, your WhatsApp status is only comedy you put there. Just put comrade, all those comrade jokes. That's what you put there. You've never even shared about your father's business on your WhatsApp status. Your friends don't know what your parents are using to earn money, but you still ask your parents for money. So why you that is educated, why not use that status to talk about your parents' business, advertise your parents' business, let your friends know what your parents are doing, advertise your own business. And there's a marketing principle that states that when people see a particular thing up to 7 times, it sticks to their mind. So for my friends who view my status, anywhere they see projector, they remember me, because I talk about it often and often on my status, because that is what I do. So that's how you can make money with your data. Thank you very much. Next question.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Okay.
I'm not hearing anything. No.
Okay, so thank you very much for that answer. I believe that the question is clear. So second question.
Good answer, everyone. Okay, please, my first question is that what
I'm
are the
listening.
top financial of a successful business owner? And second question is, what percentage of my money should I be saving one? Okay, the first question again. What are the financial habits of a successful business owner? Yes, habits. The second question is, what percentage of my profit should I be saving once?
Yuko, can you help me repeat the question? Seems I did not get it well. Hello, I think I lost connection again. I didn't get the last question.
What percentage of my profit should I save
Okay.
Since AI or AI agents are replacing jobs, what can you do to align with that?
My God, I think it's quite rowdy. I don't know if you can type the questions in the comment section, the in-call messages, so that I'll just pick it from there and answer.
Okay, while he's getting the question together on the chat box, we'll take the third one.
To ask for people earn like 30,000 a month, and you say they should save 6% of whatever they earn. How do they cope with their expenses and everything? Some people are not able to save 20% of what they earn.
Yes, I had that question. I had that question very well. You earn 70,000 naira a month. How do you save 20% of that money?
20,000.
No,
20,000.
I didn't say 20,000. No, I said 20% of your salary. So if you earn 70,000, what you should be saving is 14,000. 20%, not 20,000. So if you earn 70,000 naira, you should be saving 14,000 naira every month. If you earn 100,000, you should be earning 20, you should be saving 20,000 a month. If you earn 50,000, you should be saving 10,000 a month. That's what I mean. Do you understand? 20%. So you can use your calculator to calculate 20%. For me, I save 25%. I don't even save 20. For me, I do 25 because I'm pushing myself towards a goal. So whatever works for you, but this is what I'm trying to say. If you cannot save when you have small, you cannot save when you have big. So you need to create that mindset by starting small. Let me give you an example. If you save 500 naira every day, in a month that's 15,000 naira. It might look small, but it's not easy. It's big. If you save 200 naira daily in 30 days, that's 6,000 naira. So the aim is for you to even start saving something. That is just the aim, right? So I don't know if I answered your question. I didn't say 20,000. No, I said 20%, right? So
Okay, let me clarify that a bit. What she meant to say is that if someone was earning 30,000 naira, the 20% allocation for savings is will be around 6,000. How would the person cope? So it's from the mindset of being able to cope with such a meager income.
all right. I'll be very honest with you. Number one, if you earn 30,000 a month, one of the ways you can cope is, number one, you can live with somebody, either your parents or a sister or a sibling. That is one way to cope. The second way to cope is that you should start looking for another job, right? Don't depend on that job. In fact, if you're doing a job of 30,000 naira, I want to tell you that you don't even need to remain there before the year end. You need to find somewhere that pay higher. And one of the ways to find somewhere that pay higher is to take job applications serious. You need to keep applying, like take job applications serious, very, very serious. Then another way is that you can decide not to be eating 3 times a day and be eating 2 times a day, morning and evening. It's not compulsory. I'm just giving you options that work, just options that work. Like for me, I can eat 3 times a day, but I intentionally do 2 times a day so that I don't get so fat, right? It's one thing I do for myself. I'm fat already, but I don't want to get so fat. So it's one thing that works for me. Then another thing you can do is that you can reduce the activities that you go. Let me give you an example. I don't visit people in Abuja because if I visit people in Abuja, it affects my budget for fuel every month. So if coming to your house cannot add money to me, cannot add anything to my life, I stay, I respect myself. In fact, my life is very triangular in that city. Church, office, house. Church, office, house. So because fuel is very expensive, I mind the places I go to. I don't go out with people to go and drink beer. I don't even, in fact, I don't have any friend that discuss chasing women. I run away from that friend. I don't discuss women. It's not in my discussion. The kind of friends I have, we discuss money, we discuss spiritual things, we discuss career. These are the kind of friends I have. Do you understand? The another way you can manage your money is people like that don't need to be in a hurry to leave their parents' house. You don't need to be in a hurry to leave your parents' house if you're earning that kind of money. But most importantly, you need to earn more. Then another thing that you might need to do is that you might need to leave your current city. This one is a very hard one. But the skills that you have might be too small for Calabar to carry. That's the truth. So I used to live in Enugu, and I discovered that the skills I have was too small for Enugu to carry, that I needed to move. I had to move to Abuja. Do you understand? So sometimes, and my business is still there in Enugu, and my plan is not even to stay in that Abuja for a very long time. No, I don't plan to stay there for long. I still need to go back to that city. But for me to grow, I needed to leave. So for some people here, for them to grow, they might need to leave Calabar. I know it's not, this one doesn't sound nice, but that's just the truth. So, and like I said, every three to 6 months, try to build a new skill that can add money to you. By the time you have this new skill that add money to you, you see that there's a kind of money you'll be making. There's a kind of money you'll be making. You don't need anybody to tell you to leave the job you are doing. And that's just the truth. Like me, I have a minimum money I can earn for me right now. I can't mention it here, but if I cannot get up to that, I'd rather go back to my business because my business pays me that. And that's the standard I've built myself to. So sometimes you need to build your business to that standard. And there are businesses that when you do and do well, you cannot be broke. Let me give you an example. I was in Calabar last year, physically, and what I spent to eat afang soup for 4 days was almost 20 to 25,000 naira because it was quality, and it's not something that I see anywhere. The quality I saw in Calabar, just an example. So, for you to understand what I'm talking about, we have a place in Abuja where we go to eat afang soup because the woman prepare it very well. So imagine afang soup that is popular in Calabar. You go to places like Enugu, places like Lagos, and you do it very well. You think you don't have customers? What Calabar and Akwa Ibom is known for? There are people that can kill for afang soup, if you don't know. For you to understand the power of it, I just use that as an example. Food. Do you get? Right? So I don't know if I've answered your question, but most importantly, that person that earned 30,000, I beg. Number one, upgrade your skills. Get more skills. Number two, look for another job. Very obvious. Thank you very much. So let me now answer the questions in the chat box. The question said, you talked about mini importation. What platform can we learn mini importation and how can we get connections? All right. This is a very smart question. Now, let me teach you another secret. Like anything you want to learn right now, have a place that you can learn it for free. And that place is YouTube. The only problem is that when you pay for a course, let me tell you why people pay for courses and why I would rather pay for a course than to learn something. So some things, it's not as if I cannot learn them for free on YouTube, but why I'll pay somebody to learn it is that the time I'll spend on YouTube will be longer. But if I pay somebody who knows it, I'll spend shorter time learning what I would have learned in a longer time watching YouTube videos. Do you understand? So I will tell you to go to YouTube and learn. Then if you go to that YouTube, you still see people who offer professional courses. If you have money, pay. So one of the ways that business people can manage their money is that if a businessman makes 100,000 naira and the expenses he spent on that business is like 20%. You know, when you make money as a business person, it's not your sales that is your money, it's your profit. If I buy a goods 100,000 and sell it 120,000, 120,000 is not my income. Oh. My income is actually 20,000 naira because that 20,000 naira is the profit of the business. And from that 20,000 naira, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to put 10,000 naira, invest 10,000 naira back into the business. So what it means is that my pay from that business is 10,000 naira. Business is hard though. If you understand what is in business, you'll not even be in a hurry to go and do business. That's just the truth. So how can you get connection? You can get connection from those places, right? So there are people that offer courses on how to do this mini importation. I know some people buy from AliExpress, some people buy from 1688.com, and some people buy and send to logistic companies who bring it down into the country. There are many types of mini importation businesses out there, right? I used to have much knowledge on it, but I'm not interested anymore because of some risk that is involved. So I had to stop. So, but you can get it on YouTube, is a place you can get free information. Now, I want to go to the second question. What are the financial habits of a successful business owner? You know, they didn't give me enough time, so I had to rush my presentation. So, one of the habits of a successful business owner is that you don't spend anyhow, right? You don't spend anyhow. You understand the meaning of income, asset, liability. You understand what it means to keep record. You keep record of your business. I can tell you how much my business have made in 2025. I can tell you how much my business have made in 2018, 2019, 2020, because I keep record. So a successful business owner keep record of their businesses. They don't spend extravagantly. They don't spend their capital. Do you understand? No matter what, they don't spend the capital of their business. They also you say I should stop. They also diversify their business. A successful businessman don't just do one business. Then the second question: what should I do to avoid being replaced by AI? All right. For you not to be replaced by AI, you need to know how AI is working in your own field, right? I'm very good in AI. How can I follow up and learn AI? I have a course on AI, but I have a course on AI that I first did. Is free on my YouTube channel. The first AI course I did is free on my YouTube channel. You can look at my YouTube channel, Chimechinoso Simon. I did that course in 2023. It's free. But the truth is that AI have advanced beyond that, right? There are more AI tools that have come out. I'll do another course on AI in September because a lot of things are coming out fast. If you're patient, in September, I'll be doing another AI course. It's going to be 5,000 naira. In September, you can join my class to learn more for the tools and software needed. But if you are not patient to learn, like I said, if you're not patient to join my class in September, you can also go to YouTube. There are lots of videos on YouTube, lots of it. And ALX is also doing a free course on AI that you can learn. You can register for free. They'll even give you a certificate at the end of the course on generative AI. And there are different branches of AI, but generative AI is the basic where you can start from. So I believe I've answered the second question there. Any other question? Because I need to go back to work. Any other question?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you, Gochi.
Thank you so much. You had actually gone beyond our expectations. We can't thank you enough. Everybody here, if they don't, actually, so what we have to do, everything has an end. So, want to appreciate you. This is the Calabar quality. Calabar LYC, that's the local youth council of Equa Church Winning All, and we are so grateful for your time and the resource you have shared. Resource sense. This is a lot of knowledge you shared with us today, and we'll be following up with you and have shared your handle, your LinkedIn handle, your YouTube channel, and please, you accommodate us with reaching out to you with some questions. There are some questions we did not bring up because
No problem. You can also give them
so,
my number too. You can give them my number too.
okay. I wish you did that and they said you did. Thank you so much for that. That's very generous. So I just want to say thank you and God bless you. I will just say a short prayer shortly before you go for this, sir.
Thank
Can
you.
We just speak up the person, achievement from those like what he is a believer, is a child of God, as well as a businessman and entrepreneur, and all that he has mentioned.